and finding some amazing people to
we're gonna do
change
something.
their lives.
Yeah, we're going to do something really amazing later in the show. But Kylie reached out.
It's amazing. I'm honored, and let's make some more clothes. Go, Kylie.
She built an empire from the ground up, turning her name into a billion-dollar brand recognized around the world. But now, insiders say one romance might be quietly chipping away at everything Kylie Jenner has built. Timothée Chalamet's influence on her public image has been subtle, calculated, and, whether intentional or not, devastating for her brand's power. And the most shocking part? The damage didn't happen in a single scandal. It's been unfolding in plain sight the entire time. Before Timothée Chalamet ever entered her life, Kylie Jenner's public identity was one of the most meticulously crafted in Hollywood.
Kylie Jenner just confirmed her breakup with Travis Scott. And while doing so, she shared her new Valentine with a kiss. You guys.
She had evolved far beyond the label of reality star, positioning herself as a self-made beauty mogul whose influence extended across industries. At just 21, she was crowned the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Controversial or not, the title cemented her status as a powerhouse. Kylie Cosmetics wasn't just a brand. It was a cultural phenomenon. Her products consistently sold out within minutes. Her campaigns dominated social media trends, and her image, luxury, glamour, and control, was instantly recognizable. Kylie had built more than a company, she had built a lifestyle brand. Every move she made was calculated to reinforce her empire.
Kylie Jenner's favorite letter is T. Kylie Jenner's two exes start with the letter T, and then her
Instagram wasn't just a platform for her, it was her personal press office. Every post was curated to project opulence and confidence. Every public appearance carefully chosen to maximize media coverage and maintain her aspirational aura. Even her family moments were part of the machine, tastefully shared to appear relatable, while still keeping her in a league above the average influencer. Her relationships had always been part of that formula. With Tyga, the story was young love with a hip-hop edge. With Travis Scott, it was a high-profile romance that aligned her with music's elite.
Okay, so we obviously all know that the most important era in American history is the King Kylie era, circa 2016. It was the
complete with shared magazine covers, viral interviews, and brand synergy that connected her cosmetic empire to his musical fame. These weren't just romantic entanglements. They were strategic partnerships that expanded her audience, merged fan bases, and kept her firmly in the cultural spotlight. The most important element of her brand was consistency. Kylie's empire thrived because she controlled her narrative with surgical precision. Negative press was countered with positive headlines, carefully timed launches, or family-centric content to shift the conversation. She understood that in the business of celebrity,
is anyone even surprised about the Kylie and Travis breakup again? I just feel like they're never really
image isn't just everything, it's the product. But then Timothée Chalamet came into the picture. He was not only outside of her world, but in many ways, his approach to fame directly opposed hers. Where Kylie thrived on constant visibility, Timothée built his reputation on mystique, appearing rarely, speaking sparingly about his personal life, and avoiding the very kind of public couple narrative Kylie had always mastered. At first, it looked like an intriguing twist, an unexpected pairing that could generate headlines simply by existing. But beneath the excitement, there was a clash of branding philosophies.
Tyga, Travis, Timothée of it all. It's actually surprisingly messy because Kylie does not like to be single and she takes little to no breaks between relationships and situations.
For someone like Kylie, whose success depends on keeping the public invested in every chapter of her story, being with someone who refused to participate in that narrative wasn't just inconvenient, it risked weakening the brand she had spent years perfecting. And while it didn't happen overnight, that quiet disconnect would soon begin to reshape the way fans, the media, and even the beauty industry saw her. When news first broke that Kylie Jenner was linked to Timothée Chalamet, the internet lit up with disbelief. On paper, they couldn't have been more different. Kylie was the polished, high-glam mogul whose every move was meticulously documented for the world to see.
I feel like this year is the year of the strangest couples, like the strangest couplings, the weirdest people getting together.
Timothée was the enigmatic, artsy actor beloved for his indie film roles, his mysterious public persona, and his calculated absence from the tabloid circus. For a brief moment, that contrast worked in Kylie's favor. The pairing was unexpected, and in celebrity culture, the unexpected sells. Headlines exploded, social media feeds were flooded with memes and speculation, and the buzz around Kylie shifted from predictable beauty launches to this new, impossible-to-ignore romance. The intrigue alone was enough to push her back into trending conversations, and Timothée, for the first time, became a fixture in mainstream gossip cycles.
This is a picture of Kylie Jenner fully entering her Timothée Chalamet era. Slightly sexier Olsen twin.
Far beyond his movie releases. But the novelty had a hidden drawback. Timothée's refusal to play into the public couple spectacle clashed directly with the way Kylie's brand had always operated. He didn't post about her, he avoided joint interviews, and when they did appear together, it was sporadic and subdued. For Kylie, who had always leveraged her relationships as extensions of her empire, this created a problem. Her audience was used to being fed a constant drip of curated couple moments. And with Timothée, that feed went dry. The mismatch began to show in subtle ways. Instead of her romance amplifying her brand as it had with previous partners,
everyone is talking about Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner going on a courtside date, but here's the thing that most people missed.
It started to feel like it was happening in a completely separate lane. The two weren't building a public image together. They were existing in parallel, and Timothée's lane didn't include boosting Kylie's empire. At first, it seemed like a small difference in personality and approach. But over time, that difference would start to erode one of Kylie's most valuable assets, her ability to keep the public invested in her personal story. And in an industry where attention directly translates to influence and influence to revenue, that kind of erosion can quietly cost a fortune. In the early days of Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet's relationship, the low-profile approach seemed like a novelty.
Nobody realized that one of Kylie Jenner's actions revealed 3 secrets about her and Timothée Chalamet. On December 11th,
fans and media outlets assumed the lack of joint posts or constant paparazzi sightings meant the couple was keeping things real and private. But in the context of Kylie's brand, this wasn't just a stylistic choice. It was a slow-burning risk to her public positioning. For years, Kylie's relationships had been an asset. They weren't just love stories, they were part of the Kylie Jenner narrative. With Travis Scott, there were magazine spreads, music video cameos, and family photos that doubled as brand-building moments. Even her earlier relationships generated buzz that she could redirect toward Kylie Cosmetics launches, collaborations, and her personal brand.
Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner are like, it's your brother and he's dating a new girl and they keep like making out in front of you.
The audience didn't just buy her lip kits, they bought into her life story. And romance was a key chapter. With Timothée, that playbook was impossible to run. His carefully curated mystique, his avoidance of overt PDA, and his apparent resistance to merging his image with hers meant the public rarely saw them together. Weeks, sometimes months, passed without a single photo or acknowledgement. And in the absence of visual proof, the conversation shifted from, look at this power couple, to, is he even into her? The media latched onto that shift with alarming speed. Headlines began framing Kylie as the one chasing or
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet put breakup rumors to rest with a laid-back day at the beach in Saint-Tropez. Kylie wore
trying to lock down Timothée. Fan commentary on Reddit and TikTok pointed out the imbalance in how often she seemed to be present for his big moments versus how rarely he appeared for hers. Even body language breakdowns went viral, with analysts noting how she leaned in while he kept a subtle physical distance. This wasn't the Kylie her audience was used to. For years, she had been positioned as the woman in control, the one setting the pace, the one with partners orbiting her world, not the other way around. The new optics suggested a reversal. And in the world of celebrity branding, perception is reality. The damage was quiet but dangerous.
Okay guys, so a lot of dudes have been reaching out to me. Chad, what is going on with Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner? Well, look no further because I got...
Kylie's public image wasn't crumbling overnight. It was being reframed. One missed joint appearance at a product launch, one unreciprocated social media tag, one detached photo op at a major event at a time. The Kylie Jenner brand is built on dominance, desirability, and control. And the Timothée era was, intentionally or not, casting her as something else entirely, secondary. And in the celebrity business, secondary doesn't sell. The shift in perception would soon bleed into her biggest moneymaker, her cosmetics empire, creating ripple effects that her team couldn't afford to ignore. For Kylie Jenner, relationships have never existed.
Kylie Jenner and Tyga's relationship was even more problematic than you even remember.
In a vacuum. They've been a strategic extension of her brand. With past partners, every public moment was an opportunity to tie her personal life to her business empire. Launching a new lip kit? Post a cozy couple photo wearing the shade. Dropping a new campaign? Pair it with a romantic interview or joint magazine cover. These moments weren't random. They were built into her marketing calendar. But with Timothée Chalamet, that synergy never materialized. His refusal to participate in the public couple narrative meant Kylie couldn't integrate him into her brand storytelling without it feeling forced. There were no joint interviews, no cross-promotional content, no romantic product tie-ins.
Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott spotted together on New Year's Eve. At a luxurious party in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve, Kylie Jenner and...
Instead of boosting Kylie Cosmetics with fresh, couple-driven excitement, the romance existed in a separate, untouchable lane, one that offered her brand little tangible value. Insiders say this created missed opportunities that her team felt immediately. A joint Vogue spread or Met Gala appearance timed with a product drop could have sent sales through the roof. Even something as simple as a casual Instagram post of Timothée holding a Kylie Cosmetics product would have generated millions of dollars in free marketing. But those moments never came, and for a brand that thrives on hype cycles, those gaps matter. Worse still, the narrative vacuum around their relationship.
I woke up to this. Kylie Jenner allegedly dating Timothée Chalamet. I'm sorry.
Meant Kylie had less control over the story. Without public couple content to shape perception, gossip blogs and fan speculation filled the void. Instead of a headline celebrating her latest launch, the conversation often shifted to questions about Timothée's absence, overshadowing her business moves. This wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was a missed pattern. In the past, Kylie had turned her personal life into a marketing asset, blending love and luxury into one seamless brand. With Timothée, that formula broke down. And while the relationship might have intrigued fans at first, the lack of synergy between her personal and professional image slowly started to dull her business edge.
Is Kylie Jenner engaged? Because she's been sporting a ring on her engagement finger. According to page 6, they're implying...
For a mogul whose fortune depends on staying culturally dominant, letting that connection weaken was more than inconvenient. It was risky. And soon, the effects would start showing in the one place Kylie could never afford to see cracks: the performance of Kylie Cosmetics itself. For Kylie Jenner, Kylie Cosmetics has always been more than just a beauty brand. It's the crown jewel of her empire, the business that transformed her from a reality star into a global mogul. Every product launch, from the original lip kits to her latest collaborations, was designed to be a cultural event. And part of the secret to that success,
Kylie Jenner is officially addressing her sexuality, specifically her sexuality regarding one of her best friends, Stassi Baby. That's them right.
Was her ability to weave her personal life into the marketing, creating a sense of intimacy that made fans feel connected to her world. But during her relationship with Timothée Chalamet, that formula started to lose some of its spark. Without the public couple moments to tie into product releases, Kylie's launches lacked the viral, must-have energy that had defined them for years. Sales didn't plummet. Kylie Cosmetics is still a powerhouse, but insiders say the buzz wasn't the same. The hype cycles felt flatter, and the headlines weren't driving the same frenzy as before. Part of the issue came down to audience crossover, or the lack of it.
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet just revealed the status of their relationship in a somewhat random way. As a reminder, Kylie and Timothée haven't made an official.
Timothy's fan base is loyal, but it's built around his work in indie films and prestige projects, not celebrity lifestyle culture. Many of his followers didn't translate into Kylie's customer base. Instead of expanding her audience, the relationship created a disconnect. She was less visible in the influencer-heavy beauty space that fuels her brand, while her association with Timothée didn't bring in significant new buyers. There was also a subtle perception shift. As public speculation swirled about the imbalance in their relationship, some fans began to question whether Kylie was as focused on her business as she once was. She was still attending launches and promoting products, but the narrative online painted her as,
I'm not gonna lie, I actually died at this one. I thought that this was probably the most ridiculous,
distracted or caught up in her romance. Even if that wasn't the reality, perception is everything in branding and in beauty. Once you lose that air of total dedication, competitors are quick to pounce. Kylie Cosmetics didn't suddenly collapse under Timothée's influence, but the relationship marked a period where the brand's cultural dominance wasn't as sharp as it once was. The excitement that used to surround her every move had dulled, and the absence of her usual couple-centered hype machine was impossible to ignore. It's no surprise, then, that this shift reportedly caught the attention of someone who has built her career on protecting the family brand at all costs.
According to Us Weekly, Kylie and Travis have been on and off. They still have a physical attraction to one another and are on pretty good.
Kris Jenner. And if history has shown us anything, it's that when Kris decides to step in, she's already working several moves ahead. When Kris Jenner sees even the smallest crack in one of her daughter's brands, she doesn't wait for it to spread. She moves fast. And according to insiders, that's exactly what happened when she started noticing how Kylie Jenner's relationship with Timothée Chalamet was impacting not just her public image, but the momentum of Kylie Cosmetics. Kris had been here before. She's navigated public breakups, brand controversies, and media storms that could have sunk careers. Her approach is always the same.
Why does Kylie Jenner seem like a completely different person? Since her relationship with Timothée Chalamet was made public, no one expected that there would
assess the risk, control the narrative, and make sure the Kardashian-Jenner empire comes out stronger on the other side. With Kylie, the red flags were clear. A romance that offered little tangible benefit to her business, a shift in media narratives away from her dominance, and a subtle cooling of her brand's cultural firepower. Sources say Kris began advising Kylie to re-center the brand around herself, not her relationship. That meant fewer public moments with Timothée, less dependency on couple-based storylines, and a renewed focus on solo appearances, high-profile business events.
This has to be the most glossed over age gap. So we know they meet at Kendall's Sweet 16.
And luxury-driven photo campaigns that reinforced her independence. Behind the scenes, Kris reportedly tightened Kylie's media strategy. Friendly gossip outlets that had once hyped the romance began subtly pivoting back to business-focused stories, highlighting Kylie's product launches, her fashion deals, and her role as a mother. The goal was simple: shift attention away from a relationship that was taking more than it was giving, and remind the public that Kylie Jenner is the brand, not Kylie and Timothée. Some insiders even speculate that Kris orchestrated strategic cooling-off periods in the relationship's public presence.
Kylie Jenner's dating history. 1. Cody Simpson. In 2011, the youngest member of
By reducing their joint appearances, the couple would naturally fade from the gossip cycle, allowing Kylie to reclaim the spotlight without the drama of a messy public split. It's a tactic Kris has perfected. End a storyline quietly, but on your terms. And while Kylie reportedly valued her time with Timothée, she's also a businesswoman raised in one of the most media-savvy families in history. If her mother believed a change was necessary to protect the empire, Kylie knew better than to ignore the advice. Still, there's a lingering question. Was the damage to her brand accidental, or was Timothée playing his own game the whole time?
The Love Trail Under the Spotlight, a complete expose of the love story of Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, first meeting in January 2000.
As the dust began to settle around Kylie Jenner's shifting public image, a more unsettling question started circulating among both fans and industry insiders. Was Timothée Chalamet's impact on her brand simply an unfortunate mismatch? Or was it part of a deliberate strategy to protect his image at the expense of hers? From the beginning, Timothée's approach to fame has been the opposite of Kylie's. He's built his career on a carefully maintained mystique, avoiding overexposure and steering clear of the kind of nonstop media cycle that fuels the Kardashian-Jenner empire. To his loyal fan base, this exclusivity is part of his charm.
All about Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. One thing you definitely don't know. Number 1, encounter. Kylie Jenner and Travis.
And the very reason they see him as above the world of reality TV and influencer culture. Some insiders suggest this difference wasn't just about personality, it was tactical. By keeping his appearances with Kylie rare, Timothée could enjoy the perks of dating one of the most famous women in the world without fully immersing himself in her publicity machine. That meant reaping the headlines, the viral photos, and the surge of mainstream attention, while avoiding the potential backlash from fans who might see him as selling out to celebrity culture. There's also speculation about timing.
No wonder Kylie's staying single. She's learned 3 big love lessons. Lesson 1, don't waste your youth on the wrong guy. Kylie was really young when
Observers noticed that their rare public appearances often coincided with his own major projects, whether it was the lead up to Dune, Part 2, or the rollout for Wonka. Meanwhile, when Kylie had major launches or events that could have benefited from his presence, he was often absent. To some, it looked like a pattern. His career moments got the couple boost, hers did not. Whether calculated or coincidental, the effect was the same. Timothée's image remained intact, while Kylie's took the hits. The narratives of she's chasing him or he's keeping her at arm's length may not have been his doing, but they didn't hurt him. In fact, they reinforced his brand as the unattainable, independent star, while
How many celebs has Kylie Jenner dated? Let's break it down. First up, Tyga, her teenage love story, back in 2014.
subtly eroding Kylie's image as the woman in control. For Kylie, the intent might not even matter. In the world of billion-dollar branding, results speak louder than motives. And the result here was clear. The relationship tilted in his favor, while her empire bore the weight of the fallout. The only question left was how she would respond, and if Kylie Jenner's history is any indication, her next move wouldn't be quiet. By the time the whispers of intentional damage turned into full-blown speculation, Kylie Jenner was already shifting gears. She's no stranger to high-stakes brand recovery. Every member of the Kardashian-Jenner family has faced a public narrative they've had to rewrite.
Why did Kylie Jenner break up with her billionaire ex? The real reason will blow your mind. Kylie Jenner's relationship with her ex.
And if there's one thing Kylie knows how to do, it's pivot before the story spins out of her control. The first step was subtle, a deliberate return to the spotlight on her own terms. Fans began noticing more solo appearances at industry events, photo spreads that centered only on her, and a steady stream of luxury-driven social media posts designed to remind the world that she is the brand. This wasn't just a PR tactic, it was a reclamation of the image she'd built long before Timothée Chalamet came into the picture. Kylie Cosmetics also saw a renewed push, with campaigns that leaned heavily into her signature glam and businesswoman persona.
Well, Kylie Jenner has graced us with some information about her breast augmentation. So as you can see right here on the
launches were paired with influencer partnerships, behind-the-scenes glimpses of her creative process, and family-focused content that tapped into the emotional side of her brand. Without Timothée in the frame, the marketing felt sharper, more cohesive, like she was back in complete control. As for the relationship itself, the public cooling off continued. There was no dramatic breakup statement, no public feud, just a gradual fade that left fans piecing together the clues. For Kylie, this was the smartest move possible. End the storyline without feeding gossip blogs weeks of ammunition. Insiders say she's now more focused than ever on future-proofing her empire.
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet spotted together for the first time in 5 months, enjoying a movie date night in Hollywood.
That means guarding her brand from external influences that don't align with her vision and staying in spaces where she holds the upper hand. If the Timothée chapter taught her anything, it's that not every headline is worth the attention it brings, and that protecting her image is just as important as growing her business. The Kylie who entered this relationship was already powerful. The Kylie emerging from it, she's sharper, more calculated, and ready to write the next chapter on her terms. Because in Hollywood, empires aren't just built on ambition. They're protected by knowing exactly when to walk away.
It's a masterful documentary, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it recently. I would go as far as to speculate that it never has even.
Kylie Jenner's relationship with Timothée Chalamet began as an intriguing blend of two very different worlds: her high-glam, hyper-visible empire and his elusive, carefully curated mystique. But as the months unfolded, what seemed like a surprising power couple quietly shifted the balance of her brand. Whether it was intentional strategy on Timothée's part or simply a clash of public personas, the result was the same. Kylie's image lost some of its dominance, and her ability to merge her personal life with her business took a hit. Yet, if there's one thing Kylie has proven time and again, it's her ability to take back control. She's already repositioning herself, leaning into solo power moves.
Timothée Chalamet is apparently purposely keeping his relationship with Kylie out of the limelight, especially after that Golden Globes appearance. So according to a recent...
And rebuilding the narrative to ensure her empire remains untouchable. The Timothée chapter may have cost her some brand momentum, but it also served as a reminder that in the world of billion-dollar empires, the wrong partnership can be as dangerous as any scandal. And if this really was Timothée's ultimate betrayal, Kylie Jenner's next moves will make one thing very clear. Her story is far from over, and the comeback might be her most calculated one yet.